for coming to learn with me, Mrs. EK. Today we're going to work on building and sounding out words with the prefixes pre and over. A prefix is a meaningful word part that we can add to the beginning of a word to change the word and its meaning. Prefixes give us clues as to what our new word might mean. We're going to practice the prefixes pre and over. When we add pre to the beginning of a word, it's going to mean before or in front of. And today, when we add over to the beginning of a word, it's going to mean too much of that thing. Will you practice reading these prefixes with me? Pre, over. Nice job, scholars. All right, let's go ahead and add them to some words. We're going to add the prefix pre to the word write. Let's go ahead and sound that out. We will have pre-write. What word? Pre-write. You're right. You know, at school, you probably do a pre-write in your writing journal before you start to write your story. Sometimes we call that a brainstorm, where you start writing down all your ideas and then you write your story. So you write down your ideas before you write your story. Absolutely. All right, the next word, we're going to add the prefix pre to the word teen. Let's sound that out. We have pre-teen. What word? Pre-teen. So a preteen is someone who is not quite yet a teen. And a teenager starts at 13, then it goes 14, 15, right? What's the oldest age you think you could be while still being a preteen? Did you say 12? You're right. 12 is the oldest you could be while being a preteen. All right, let's move to our next word. We're going to add the prefix pre to the word view. Let's sound that out. We have preview. What word? Preview. You know, this is when you view something, you look at something before you do something else with it. So maybe at the library, you go around and you preview lots of books. You might go ahead and look and say, oh, this one looks interesting. And you might look at a few pages. You preview the book. And then you decide, oh, I want to check this book out. Right? So you looked at it before you checked it out. All right. Let's add the prefix over to the word flow. Let's sound that out. We're going to have overflow. What word? Overflow. Oh my goodness. Overflow is when something flows because there's too much of something there. Usually it's when we're talking about liquid. So you're going to see I'm going to pour a drink here and find out if it overflows. Oh, there was too much water in that. Did you see the water overflow? You're right. Too much of something sometimes isn't good. All right, friends. All right, scholars. Let's add the prefix over to the word estimate. Let's sound that one out. It's a long one. We're going to have overestimate. Whew. What word is that? Overestimate. I have a container here full of beads. You know, you estimate in math, which means you make a guess about how much of something there is. If you were to estimate how many beads were in this container, what would you say? Well, you know, I estimate that there's 200 beads. But you know how many beads there actually are? 150. Did I overestimate? I did, because I said a number that was too much, right? I guessed too much over how many were really in here. All right, scholars, let's practice rereading these words one more time. We have the word pre-write, preteen, preview, overflow, and overestimate. Nice job, scholars. Now it's your turn to practice writing down these words with the prefixes pre and over. I'm going to give you some descriptions, or what I like to call some riddles, and you're going to have to figure out which word I'm talking about. Once you think you know, you can go ahead and write it down. So go ahead and grab some paper and something to write with, and I'll wait until you get back. You know, one of the clues I'm going to give you about the word that you have to figure out is how many syllables it has. So let's go over what a syllable is. When I loop the words, when we're sounding out, we loop them by syllables. So pre-write has 2 syllables. So when you hear the clue about how many syllables the word might have, go ahead and clap some of the words out to see if you can figure out which word we're talking about. All right, scholars, here's our first riddle. This word has 2 syllables. The second syllable is going to rhyme with the word new. Which word has 2 syllables where the second syllable rhymes with the word new? Did you write preview? Nice work. Preview has 2 syllables where that second syllable rhymes with new. All right, I think you're ready. Here's our next riddle. This word is going to have 3 syllables. The last syllable has the long O sound. Which word has 3 syllables and the last sound is the long O sound? Did you write overflow? You're right, scholars. Overflow. 3 syllables. And the last O, that's the long O sound. Yeah. All right. Here's your next riddle. This word is going to have 2 syllables. The second syllable is going to rhyme with bean. Which word has 2 syllables where the second syllable rhymes with bean? Did you write preteen? Preteen. 2 syllables, and teen rhymes with bean. Nice work, scholars. All right, here's your last riddle. Ooh, see if you can get it. This word has 5 syllables. The first syllable is only 1 letter. Can you figure out which word that is? I gave you a little bit longer to write because it's such a long word. Did you choose overestimate? Yeah, let's clap that one out. Overestimate. Yeah, 5 syllables. And that first syllable, O, is just 1 letter. Nice work, scholars. After practicing reading and writing words with the prefixes pre and over, think about how you can continue to practice using these words on your own. Maybe you can even start a conversation at home about a book you previewed. Or maybe you can even do a writing about something that might overflow at home.
This program is made possible in part by the Michigan Department of Education, the State of Michigan, and the W.K. Kellogg Foundation. Additional support by, and by viewers like you. Thank you.